Welcome everyone to the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry's annual award ceremony. And we'll start off today with an introduction by our new interim dean of MLPS, Shelley Gable. Shelley's actually been at UCSB for quite a while. She's a professor of psychology also, but a fabulous interim dean. Thank you.
All right, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to this very special occasion where we gather to celebrate the accomplishments, perseverance, and brilliance of our Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry graduates. Today marks the culmination of years of rigorous study, countless hours in the lab, and deep curiosity about how the world works at the molecular level and beyond. This department has long stood at the intersection of innovation and impact, whether in cutting-edge research on clean energy, biochemical breakthroughs, or unraveling the chemical complexity of the natural world. We are proud of the role our students and faculty play in advancing science that matters. But today, we celebrate you, our top graduates. You've navigated rigorous coursework, learned to make the lab your second home, and in many cases contributed to original research that pushes the boundaries of what we know. You've supported each other during early morning preps, late night problem sets, and everything in between. And the sense of collaboration and resilience will serve you wherever you go. To the families, friends, faculty, and mentors, and perhaps a few astonished siblings that may be in the audience, we thank you for being part of this incredible journey. And to our graduates, you now join a proud lineage of UCSB scientists who are shaping the future in our classrooms, our companies, our research labs, and elsewhere. Excelling as you have in one of the top programs in chemistry and biochemistry, you are incredibly well positioned to begin your careers or pursue advanced degrees. So congratulations on this milestone. We are immensely proud of you. I look forward to the rest of today's program and celebrating your achievements. Thank you.
Thank you, Shelley. So we'll begin the program, and students, when your name is called, will you please come to the front? And we'll start off with the National Honorary Chemical Society Phi Lambda Epsilon for undergraduate students first, awarded to seniors majoring in chemistry or biochemistry who rank in the top 20% of their class with a minimum GPA of 3.0. So the following students have been recognized. Victor Agbayani, if you're here, please come to the front. Gabriel Anson, Emma Broning, Ashley Davies, August Dolmetsch, Brett Hayes, Andrew Johnson, Aiden Kalinowski. Is anybody here? Jidong Lang, Aiden Locke, Matthew Mach, Joseph Morris, Melanie De La Pena Fong, Claudia Robeson, Catherine Roth, Megan Shoreline, Katie Smithy, I know she's here. Okay, Vivian Worthington, and Jordan Urek. So they'll all line up and we'll wait for a photo. There's quite a lot of them. We might have to do 2 rows. Photos of the book. Do you need 2 rows or is this good? Everybody could. So this year's recipients for the National Honorary Chemical Society Phi Lambda Upsilon for graduate students, which is awarded to first-year graduate students with a minimum GPA of 3.5, goes to the following students, and please come up when your name is called. Jessica Brown, Brianna Fitzgerald, Lizzie Herman, Ken Lin, Sarah Olson, and Hao Zhang. Yes, the cameras are good that way.
Sorry, I just tracked it.
So there's a large series of awards that are given by the American Chemical Society, and some will have up front and a couple will have later on in the program also. So the American Chemical Society Division of Analytical Chemistry recognizes the student with aptitude in analytical chemistry, and this year's award goes to Coleman Forth. Stand right here. And Coleman is also this year's recipient of the American Institute of Chemists Award, and this honor is awarded to an outstanding senior majoring in chemistry in recognition of a demonstrated record of ability, leadership, and professional promise. So, I would like to invite Justin Mayer, a graduate student in Ram Shashadri's group, to come up and say a few words about Coleman. Yeah.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm very honored to get to say a few words about Coleman here. I've known Cole since he was a sophomore, so quite some time. And over this whole period of time together, I've been quite pleased and honored to watch Cole develop into an exceptional young scientist. Okay, I'm getting more nervous than I thought. So go to my notes. Not to mention, I was also his TA, and his TA for a grad level course outside of his department, I might add. And I was able to experience firsthand the dedication and care he brings to his studies. I could go on, but I would simply like to stress that across all of these experiences we've shared together, Cole has demonstrated a genuine passion and innate curiosity for his studies and experiments. He is truly the ideal recipient of the 2 awards he's receiving today. Cole, congratulations. I wish you nothing but the best of luck at Lawrence Livermore. And I cannot wait to see where else your journey is going to take you. Congratulations, Cole.
So the American Chemical Society Division of Organic Chemistry recognizes a student with an aptitude in organic chemistry. And this year's award goes to Jordan Urich. I would like to invite Professor Bruce Lipschitz to say a few words about Jordan.
Are you ready? Yeah, you can have it. I was waiting for the picture.
Yeah, I know that. So,
Knock yourself out.
I will. So what's it been, 2.5 years
Almost three, yeah.
Almost three, I got it wrong. So, you know, but that's the best I can do. No, seriously, because I sort of was thinking about like, what the heck am I gonna say about this guy having been in the group? And I still don't really know. I mean, why should I tell people? You don't care, right? You know, this guy has, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe eventually 6 publications as an undergraduate. Like, are you kidding me? No, I'm not gonna tell them. So why should I tell them that maybe you rank #1 of all the undergrads in the group for the past several decades? It's really true. That's quite an accomplishment. I mean, I could go on and on. There's a lot of things that people like, for example, like we talk as if he's like a second-year graduate student. I mean, this guy is really unbelievable. And, you know, you're going to probably, as you know, the best, he's going to Scripps, by the way. This is probably among, for organic chemistry, the best places in the world, literally, to go as a graduate student. And, you know, you're gonna get there and everybody's gonna look at you like, who is this guy? Like, what are you doing here? You're advanced and all that. Like, stop laughing. So, no, seriously, I really don't know what to tell them at all because you've accomplished so much. We've really been very fortunate to have you in the group. He sort of made his introduction, right, when I was teaching the honors class of organic chemistry, and there he was in the same seat, front row, telling me everything I needed to do. Time, stop, you know, this was the guy, right? I mean, I'm not lying here. This was the guy who was happening. So it's true. We're gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you. And thank you very much for all the effort that you put in. What I didn't tell you was that this is the guy who was sort of the canary in the coal mine guy. We always would, right? Put him in the hood and say, are we doing anything that's dangerous? Tell us. He listened to everything he was told to do, right?
I made it through.
You made it, somehow you did. He made it, but anyway, congratulations. You certainly deserve the award. And we look forward, and we're all very proud of you, quite frankly. I mean, I say that in all seriousness, and we're very happy to have shared the years, literally, that we had you in the group. And we wish you nothing but success and congratulations on this award. Thank you.
We just gotta wait for Max and then Mark.
I know.
So the ACS, American Chemical Society Award in Physical Chemistry is in recognition with a student with aptitude in physical chemistry. And this year's award goes to Matthew Mach. His advisor, Leor Sapunaru, unfortunately could not be, stay up in front, could not be here today, but he's he's submitted a series of comments. And I would like to ask Leroy Laberman to say what Leor says.
In the words of Leor, it's a real pleasure to say a few words about Matthew Mach, this year's recipient of the ACS Physical Chemistry Award. Matthew is in many ways an unconventional student, but in the best possible sense. He's not only incredibly bright, but he also brings a kind of creativity, intensity to physical chemistry that we rarely see even in advanced students. He doesn't just want to understand a concept, he wants to take it apart, turn it inside out, and see what it's really made of. In class, Matthew is a constant source of challenging, thought-provoking questions. He pushed me, and he pushes the class in the best way. The ACS Physical Chemistry Award is meant to recognize students who not only excel, but who show real promise in advancing our understanding of the physical world. Matthew embodies this spirit completely. It's been a privilege to have him in class, and I'm excited to see where his curiosity and intellect take him. Congratulations, Matthew.
So the Royal Society of Chemistry certificate, So the Royal Society of Chemistry Certificate of Undergraduate Excellence recognizes university students in North America who have shown special achievement in the chemical sciences. Recipients are selected for demonstrating exceptional dedication, performance, engagement in coursework, and research. This year's recipient is Ava Salome, and I'd like to, is she here? And I would like to invite Dr. Marley Dewey to say a few words about Ava.
All right, well, Ava, you're very deserving of this award. I can't think of anyone else. I can't speak of the chemistry since you're in more of a biomaterials lab, but I ask a lot of my undergrads, and Ava really steps up to the plate for that. So in addition to this award, she has also been part of MRL's internship programs, submitted a IRCA all herself, so has a independent research project as well. So I think in addition to this, it's just another kind of cherry on top of all the amazing work that you've done in the lab in just 1 year, I might add. So thank you. And I'm so glad that you're continuing with us this summer and also this next year.
The Bruce Rickborn Ross Johnson Graduate Fellowship was established in 2007 through a generous gift from Dr. Ross Johnson to honor his former PhD advisor, Professor Bruce Rickborn. This award is given to an incoming graduate student who has demonstrated outstanding academic and research performance. And this year's award goes to Marco Ortiz. And I'd like to invite Professor Bruce Lipschitz to say a few words about Marco.
Much. So you know, it's not hard to miss this guy because you see what he's wearing. It's black or it's white. It's black or it's white. There's nothing in between. Today is black. That's how I know it's you. I know the name. You don't have to say it. No, again, it's hard to know what to say, but I'm just gonna say thank you because he's a first year student and, the first year is gone, buddy. Like, what do you got to show for it? Is what we're all wondering. Now, this guy is absolutely spectacular in the sense that he works hard as hell. I mean, he just is there. I come in early, he's there. I leave, he's there. I mean, it's really true. He's amazingly dedicated to science, and I wish everybody, myself included, was like this guy. He's really terrific to have him. I'm so glad you decided to join the group. Rickborn, the money aside, right? This is really about the person, and we're really enjoying having you in the group. I know that we don't tell you that often, but I hope this isn't recorded. But you know what I'm saying. It is. But anyway, I'm sure I'll get the video at 11. So anyway, thank you for your contributions to the group, and congratulations on this award. You only have 4 more to go. No more awards for you, buddy. No, seriously, congratulations. Thank you.
The B.R. Baker Memorial Award is awarded to a graduate student who has shown strong indication that they will continue to make substantial contributions in the progress of organic, medicinal, or biological chemistry. This year's recipient is Benjamin Jones. And I'd like to invite Professor Brandon Green to say a few words about that. For you now.
Stay out of the photo here. Okay, first of all, congratulations, Ben, well deserved. So
Ben is a fifth year graduate student in my group. I was very, very fortunate that he decided to join, because he's, very much in the mold of myself, and that he sort of comes from a physical background, but is interested in biological problems. And I think that's one of the most productive lenses to answer those kinds of problems that you can have. And so Ben came well-trained from UC Riverside, who was trained by Russ Hilly over there on Form AT hydrogenase. So I was actively trying to recruit him into the group. And it took a little while to get you to come. He finally did. And thank goodness, because he's been extremely productive in his time. I find that graduate students often exist on a continuum between two different poles. And so one pole is the cowboy pole. Graduate students that just go into lab and they do stuff and they don't maybe think too much about it, but they're really good at just doing experiments and getting results. And then there's the other extreme, which is students that sit in the library, or I guess I'm aging myself here, sit on Google Scholar or whatever, and think a lot about an experiment. And they think about it and they think about it and they think about it, and then they do it. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but they thought it out and gamed it out so well that it's likely to succeed. And Ben is the perfect strike right in the middle. He really thinks deeply about problems and he designs experiments carefully, but he also does them. And he gets in the lab and he does the real experiments. And I think that is your true strength. And I think that's paying off now as you're coming towards the time of graduation. So very much looking forward to that, and well-deserved, Ben. Congratulations.
Okay, so I'd now like to announce this year's recipients of the Anderson Family Scholarship in Chemistry. This scholarship was established by Richard and Leslie Anderson to recognize UCSB's undergraduates who have demonstrated meritorious distinction in chemistry/biochemistry. And the recipients of this year is, the first one is Ian Squire. His advisor, Professor Tom Pettis, unfortunately could not be here today, but has shared the following remarks. Over my 26 years at UCSB, I've had the pleasure of encountering a select few exceptional students, and I'm confident in asserting that Mr. Squire belongs amongst the most outstanding. I am certain that this young man is heading towards a distinguished career of numerous accolades, and I'm privileged to have some small part in its start. Thank you. We have another of these awards, and so the second Anderson Family Scholar is Kenise Brennan. Kenise, yes, here. And I'd like to ask Quinn Nguyen to say a few words about Kenise.
Well, first, congratulations, and I am very proud of you, and also the group very proud of you. So Ken has joined the group almost 2 years ago, and extremely driven undergraduate student. So she has worked with Sam, our third year student, and also helped out from solar cell to photo detector. And so she extremely hardworking student and also curious. And so it's very common to see her work in the lab and at long hours. And you also, you can see she also played field hockey and also interest in cosmetic. She planned to go to grad school, and I just want to say great member of the group, and it's a pleasure working with you, and I'm sure you will do many great things. So congratulations, very proud of you.
So now I'm really pleased to present the Tom and Paula Bruce Award in Biochemistry. This award is given to the graduating biochemistry major in the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry with the highest overall academic performance. This year's recipient is Brett Haynes. I could invite Paula Bruce to say a few words about Brett.
Congratulations. Thank you.
And I knew I was gonna have a problem because I retired from teaching before Brett even came to UCSB. And now I'm supposed to say some wonderful things about him. So I emailed him and asked him a bunch of questions, not knowing the chemistry department was doing the same thing, and those were all the answers. One thing I can say is his transcript was absolutely amazing. You don't get this award without having a wonderful transcript. But the unique thing about it was that when Brett decided to take non-STEM courses, unlike almost a lot of science majors, he took them for letter grades. He didn't try to protect his GPA, and the letter grades in the non-science courses were as high as they were in the science courses. He's going to, and when he graduates, he's going to be going to Southeast Asia for a couple of weeks. And then he's coming back to enter the biotech industry in Santa Barbara. In addition to all the wonderful academic courses, Brett's also went through the technology management program. So I think the biotech companies are going to be lucky to have you. Congratulations. Oh, don't go away. No.
So now I'm pleased to announce the Paula Bruce Award in Organic Chemistry, and this honor is awarded to the highest performing student in organic chemistry with the highest overall academic performance. And this year we have two recipients in alphabetical order, Brandon Fong and Luke Trigler. I'd like to. I'd like to invite Paula to say something.
Okay, here I am again. Congratulations. Brandon majored in pharmacology, and his hobby, I hope we agree, tennis, right? But origami's not on there. You told me origami. He had origami. So, and then he hopes to enter a PhD program when he finishes. So congratulations, Brandon. Well, Luke Trigler is from Oklahoma, and you think, how did someone from Oklahoma find their way to UCSB? But his parents and one of his grandmothers are UCSB graduates, so he's following in the family tradition. And what's a little unusual about Luke is that when I saw his name, I thought, I know that name. His father was an excellent student in my organic chemistry class about 35 years ago. He's clearly following in the family footsteps. And like his father, he's planning to go to medical school when he graduates. And he's been doing undergraduate research in the attention lab, looking at, now this I have to read, how attention to location of a moving object is supported by neural oscillations. You can explain that to me sometime. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you, Paula. The John A. Love Fellowship honors the life and achievements of John Jack Alexander Love, PhD, 2015, and to pay tribute to his infectious positivity, unwavering commitment to science, and dedication to uplifting those around him. This year's award goes to Catherine Schaefer. So I'm going to invite three people up to say something about Catherine. The first two would be Dr. Berna Caputo and Nate Kirchhofer. Are you here? Yeah. And then after that, Angela Patent.
Thanks everyone for being here, and Katie, thank you for your submission to this. We had quite a few really excellent applications. I was commenting to Angela before this that it made me feel like I didn't get enough done in grad school. This award is actually kind of hard to give away because Jack was my
grad school classmate, and he died 4 years ago in kind of a tragic accident. And I think, it says it in the award, but his infectious positivity and willingness to help people was a major thing that we were looking for in giving this award away. And Katie really embodies that. So I'll let Bruna say a couple more words, but.
Cool. Great job. Yeah, very similar. I went to school with Jack. We were in the same group. He was a groomsman in my wedding. And, we were really proud. This is the first time we get to give out this award. So we've been raising money for this, and now we're able to give this out hopefully every year. And really the idea behind this is it's rooted in, integrity, inclusivity, hard work, rigor. And it's just we're really proud to be able to give this to someone who really deserves it. And yeah, it was really awesome reading your essay and everything about it. So yeah, thanks for applying.
Yeah, I just want to add too that it feels good to honor Jack's legacy by giving this away. So this is a really amazing inaugural, and I know more people have some things to say, but yeah.
And stay here still. I'd like to invite Professor Angela Potensis to say a few words about Katie.
Hello, everyone. I am so honored to be sharing this moment with you all today to congratulate Katie on her amazing accomplishments and for truly embodying the spirit of Jack today, and she has been for the last 3 years in my group. And I know that she will continue to beyond this moment. So just a brief introduction to Katie. She graduated in 2022 from North Carolina State University, and she came to UC Santa Barbara to join the materials department. And she somehow wound up in my laboratory, even though her heart was really in structural materials. I managed to convince her that someone who studies soft materials still have structure too. And so she has been focusing on a variety of really cool projects, ranging from characterizing the surface roughness of incredibly small scale surfaces, all the way to building these gigantic instruments that she's now assembling and using in neutron scattering applications at Oak Ridge National Lab. And she made back here the instrument amazing. She's going to be surprising you every step of the way. She's going to be doing really cool stuff next year too. So stay tuned with all of the amazing work that Katie's going to be doing and publishing. And more than that, she's an incredible member of our team. She's a huge part of the microscopy and microanalysis facility. She is a super user of the AFM, the atomic force microscope. And she gives back in every way. I just can't say enough good things about her. And without further ado, just want to say thank you again for everything and congratulations.
Thank you. So I'd like to announce this year's recipients of the Bernard Kurtman Scholarship, and Bernie is here. This scholarship honors one of our esteemed faculty members, Professor Bernie Kurtman, for his dedication to the sciences and teaching, whose steadfast commitment to education is a cornerstone of the university. This scholarship recognizes a DCB, Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry major, with an aptitude in physical chemistry who has demonstrated the potential for a career in research and teaching. This year we have 2 recipients. Our first recipient is Eric Carlson. And I'd like to. And I would like to invite Jeff Sakamoto to say a few words about it there.
Thank you. Hey, Aaron, congratulations. So I work on just a little bit about what he does and what I do. I work on ceramic electrolytes right up here on the 3rd floor. These are electrolytes that can conduct lithium ions as fast as a liquid can enable solid state batteries that don't catch fire, and can double the energy density of lithium ion batteries to improve even electric vehicles. So those are like the ceramics that I work on. So when I go to Thanksgiving dinners and meet with family and friends, I tell them, they ask me, what do? I say, I'm a professor, I work on ceramics. And what do they say? They say, oh, coffee cups, ashtrays, what's your pottery will look like? So
I'm kind of disappointed because I wish I could do those things, not because I don't get to talk about the science. But Eric, and it's also very interesting before I get to this, as a professor and mentor, it's interesting to see how students' passion can manifest in many different ways. And I gotta say, you're gonna kill me if I break this. Eric has literally brought these two worlds together. So I'm jealous because he is a ceramist, a card carrying ceramist. He made this thing, and at the middle of this thing is the ceramic electrolyte that I was just talking about. So it's a physical and real embodiment of the two worlds, left brain, right brain, working together. Eric, I'm really jealous. And you can just imagine when you're doing this, left brain and right brain come together like this, what that does to the science. So Eric has been a major contributor to the laboratory. He's going to be on a paper with Max, my senior PhD student. He's also spearheading some work that starting a new work with Cambridge University in the UK. And Eric, congratulations to you, man. It's great to see you. It'd be great to have you in the year, in this next year too. A master's. So, thank you.
So the second recipient of the Bernard Kirkman Scholarship is John Hu. John here? Yeah. Scholarship is presented to outstanding undergraduates who are declared chemistry majors entering their junior or senior years. And John's has been working in the lab of Leor Sapunaru, but Leor couldn't be here today. So I'd like to ask Leroy to read a few remarks that Leor has written about you. David?
Okay, again, in the words of Leor, I'm thrilled to say a few words about John and this well-deserved recognition through the Bernie Kurtman and Lucas Ransom Memorial Scholarship. Important. John's work in our lab has led to truly impressive and exceptional work within physical chemistry. And I mean that not just in a proud professor sense, I mean statistically exceptional. It's rare to see that kind of fundamental insight coming from someone still early in the scientific path. He, along with a graduate student, came up with a new and creative way to evaluate electrocatalysts that quickly and clearly tell whether a catalyst is useful for real-world applications, especially in clean energy. It's been a privilege to work with John. I'm so proud of what he's accomplished. So congratulations, John, and thank you, Bernie, for setting the kind example that inspires students like John, and to the Ransom family for recognizing and uplifting students like John, whose work has the potential to make a real difference. Great.
I have to correct a mistake of mine. I forgot to announce also that in addition to the Bernard Kirkman Scholarship, the recipient of the Lucas Ransom Memorial Scholarship. So thank you. So the DeWolf Teaching Fellowships in Organic Chemistry support undergraduate enrichment program, which gives some of our best undergraduates the opportunity to be paired with some of our best organic graduate students for the guidance and one-on-one laboratory experience. This year, graduate student mentors for the DeWolf Teaching Fellowship in Organic Chemistry are, and if you're here, please come to the front also. Alexila Akbulut, Claire Bailey, Max Bauman, Benjamin Fisher, Emile Marin, Emmanuel Lanuza, Leroy Liu, Thien Nguyen, and Carlos Quintanilla. So some of you are here. Oh, it's continued on the next page. Robert Till, Juan Wu, and Barry Yang. So thank you very much to our graduate student mentors for your participation in the Honors Organic Chemistry Lab program. Now I would like to present the John Stauffer Summer Research Scholarship. This honor is in recognition of an outstanding undergraduate student who has demonstrated meritorious distinction in chemistry or biochemistry and is participating in the Bio-Pacific Research Program. This year's recipient is Logan Hughes. And I would like to invite Professor Javier Reed Alanis to say a few words about Logan.
So it's really my pleasure to introduce and say a few words about Logan, and first to congratulate you on the award. So Logan is the first recipient, right, of the Stauffer Summer Research Scholarship. And this is made possible from the Stauffer Foundation as well as from the Hawker Family Fund. And I think for me, this is really a special award to give because undergraduate research kind of represented, I think, one of the key things that allowed me to enter into this field that I find so passionate. I think that's probably true for many people in this room. And I think Logan really exemplifies a lot of about what this award is for. And so Logan is going to be doing research this summer, right, in Bio-Pacific MIP. And Bio-Pacific MIP is a research center here on campus that allows her to do research in a wide range of things. But just as one example of a project that she's going to work on is she'll be working on a project to utilize flow chemistry to accelerate the development of sustainable materials that can be degraded on demand, right? So you guys can imagine, right, the potential impact that this might have on society. But I think one of the things that it really exemplifies Logan is she's also involved in lots of different activities on campus. So she's been involved in K-12 education. And really one of the things, if you know Logan, right, is her smile and her way of kind of infiltrating a lab with her enthusiasm is something that I have really enjoyed working with Logan over the past couple of years. And so Logan really, I think, embodies, right, this ability to just make things happen. And I cannot emphasize enough of like how important it is to just jump in both feet, and she's just excited for any opportunity that's put in front of her. And so Logan, congratulations on this award. After this, she'll be doing her PhD at University of Reno, and we really look forward to all the success you will have in the future.
So the Robert DeWolf Undergraduate Research Award, thank you. The Robert DeWolf Undergraduate Research Award is in memory of Robert H. DeWolf, professor of chemistry from 1955 to 1977, and provides a stipend for an undergraduate student, for undergraduate students to conduct research in organic chemistry in our department during summer months. This year's recipient is Matthew Shapiro. Matthew? I don't think Matthew's here. Unfortunately, his advisor, Ling Chang, is not here either. But anyway, congratulations, Matthew. Okay. All right, we'll go on. It's my honor to introduce Philip Joshua Chase Mabe Memorial Fellowship. This award honors the life of Philip Joshua Chase Mabe, an organic chemistry doctoral student who passed away in 2014. This fellowship is intended to recognize a non-traditional student with a great passion and intelligence in chemistry and an inclination towards isolating practical findings to help others. This year's scholarship recipient is Chae Young Kim. And I'd like to invite Nadia Leonard to say a few words about Chae.
Congratulations, Chae, truly. I think we can all understand that research is really linear and graduate school is really linear. Really, that's the part that makes it really dynamic. And I think also that's the part that really builds a strong scientist. So being able to adapt to the non-linearness of your research and being able to kind of go where your interests are, I think really, really makes a very strong scientist. So Chae, you came to the group in 2023, and in addition to kind of adapting and getting on the ground running of a new project, You've also been a mentor and a good example to all of the students, all of the current graduate students that we have in the lab. So I really appreciate everything that you do in the lab, and congratulations again. I'm glad to have you in the lab.
The Walter and Marie Rossiter Research Prep Undergraduate Award is in recognition of the excellence displayed during the mentorship program. The Research Prep Mentorship Program aims to provide undergraduate students an introduction to research settings in academic labs and cultivate their interest in research and graduate education. And this year's recipient is Veronica Erdusi-Such. I would like to invite both Mercy Anika and Nadia Leonard to say a few words about her.
So, Veronica is the winner of this award. It's a mentorship program. This is our second year running it. And to be selected to participate in the program, students have to apply. And then through a vigorous selection process by the president and vice president, Sadia and Julia, not all students get in. This year we had over 50 applicants, and Veronica was among the 20 that got in. And then once in the program, Veronica completed her rotations in the Hayton Lab, Butler Lab, and Steve Barado Lab. And where her passion and interest in science was witnessed by her mentors, they were all so proud of all the hard work she did. And then after an extensive evaluation process, she was chosen as the winner of the award. She will be working this summer in the Zakarian Lab, and we have no doubt that she's going to do great and amazing work there.
So in addition to everything that Mercy just mentioned, I think we were mostly impressed by not only your very detailed nature in approaching all of your rotations, but also just your curiosity and genuine passion for science and genuine curiosity and applying some of the things that you saw during the rotation process to actual topics of interest that you have. So we're very excited and congratulations again.
The Mananya Tantiwiwat Memorial Fellowship was established to honor the life and achievements of Dr. Mananya Tantiwiwat, a graduate student in physics and chemistry who improved the lives of everyone in her life. And she was also in Quinn Nguyen's lab. This honor is given to graduate students based on academic and life achievement. This year's award goes to Kamal. And I would like to invite Javier Reed Alanis to say a few words about Kamal.
So it is really my pleasure to say a few words about Kamal. So she is really a remarkable graduate student and well deserving of this award. So first, congratulations, Kamal. So just to give you guys a little bit of background, she's a third-year PhD student in my group and really a remarkable young lady. And anyone who interacts with her, I think, will really testify about how much passion she brings to everything that she does. And her research, just to give you guys a little snippet, right? She's working on an integrated research project that's through the MRSEC, really trying to develop novel, self-healing and recyclable materials, and is making outstanding progress. Certainly this year, we'll probably see several publications coming from the research that she's been doing. But beyond the lab, right, she is really a dedicated mentor and leader. So she is involved in a range of activities that, include, she's a peer mentor for the WISE program. She's a research prep mentorship program, which we just heard about, and a mentor of that program. Last year, she was honored with a UCSB award, right, the 2024 Academic Senate Outstanding Teacher Assistant Award. And then today we are recognizing her for this award. And then earlier today, for those of you who are on the chemistry website, also got a notice that she was also the recipient of the 2025 BD Bioscience Research Accelerator Award. And so I just want to congratulate you, Kamal, and really for participating in everything that you do and bringing really your A game to just every activity that you have. It's been a real pleasure. Congratulations. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to present the Tokiyama John H. Memorial Fellowship and the Tokiyama Accelerator Awards. The Tokiyama John H. Memorial Fellowship is associated. Sorry, this is like I'm reading remarks that I haven't written, but I'm trying to read. Okay, its associated award are supported by an endowment established by Dr. and Mrs. S.S. Tokiyama to memorialize their son, John H. Tokiyama. The honor is awarded to support graduate students who have advanced to candidacy and are making good progress towards the degree. And this year's recipient is Jae-Yun Kim. I would like to invite Quinn Nguyen to say a few words that day.
Thank you, Alison, and congratulations, Jae Young. So it's really wonderful to have you in the group, and it's really well deserved. So here, third year PhD student, and I remember I asked Lou Bruce before I left Columbia and take the position here that how do you know a good student? And he said very simple, a good student teach you as much as you teach them. And this is the example of Jae Young. So he worked on two projects, wanted to develop the sensor for moisture. And the second project he worked on is basically sustainable organic semiconductor. And then also find a way to stabilize the polymer, but also can be able to reverse that using ionic crosslinker. And for both projects, he came up with the idea by himself. And he have taught me a lot. So thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with me. And one fun fact about Jae Young, he actually served in the South Korea National Police for 2 years. So anyway, congratulations. And you have been a great citizen of the group. He mentored several undergraduate students, 2 of them now at Chicago and also Princeton for PhD program. And 2 more will apply the coming fall. And he also a great citizen for the department, volunteer with recruitment and anything that the lab need. So thank you so much and congratulations.
And now the Tokiyama Accelerator Award is designed to support a graduate student who has advanced to candidacy and is making significant progress towards their degree to honor and memorialize John H. Tokiyama again. And this year the award goes to Zainab Basul. Is Zainab here? And Zainab is also this year's recipient of the Jared Davidson Memorial Scholarship. And this is awarded to a graduate student facing special challenges in raising a family in memory of Jared Davidson. And at this time, I would like to invite Wei Wei Che, a graduate student in Yang Hai's research group, to say a few words about Zainab.
Okay, first of all, congratulations, Zainab. It's my pleasure to say a few words about Zainab. I've had the chance to work with her in the life, and I can honestly say she is one of the hardest working people I know. Doing a PhD is already a challenge, but Zainab is also a mom, and still she manages her work so well. She is focused, responsible, and always willing to help others. I really admire her strength and her dedication. Then you are truly deserve this 2 awards. Congratulations, and I'm very happy for you. Yeah.
So the Willard L. McCrary Prize recognizes graduating seniors whose academic and research attainments in chemistry are most outstanding and reflect the promise and same high quality of scientific attainment that characterized the career of Dr. McCrary. Colleagues and students established this prize in his memory in 1959. The names of the past recipients are placed on a plaque located in the chemistry building. So our first, there will be three. So our first recipient is Andrew Johnson. I would like to invite Barry Yang, a graduate student in Liming Jiang's group, to say a few words about Andrew.
First of all, really congratulations. And I met Andrew about like a year ago. And he was previously first in Dr. Kalani's lab, but apparently he found organic chemistry is much more interesting, sorry. And he decided to join our lab. And he has been working extremely hard. Like there's a couple of times he stayed later than I do. And yeah, like I guess that's more like a workaholic to describe him. To look moreover that he really helped me to push forward my first project by finishing a bunch of complex synthesis for my substrate table, and I'm also able to do a bunch of catalytic reaction. And without him, my projects probably still be on the way, and I don't know how long it will take. So I really appreciate his help. And after the collaboration with or teaching Andrew afterwards, he then moved on to an independent project, and he was able to make a significant amount of improvement and progress about developing new catalysts. Instead of just gold catalysts, which our group has been focused on for more than 20 years, he's been working on like silver and also platinum, and he's making significant amount of progress. So I'm very, very proud of him. He's going to be a grad student in UC Berkeley this fall. And first of all, congratulations. And I'm not looking forward to for what you're gonna do because I know you will do good.
Andrew, can you just stand at the side over there? Yeah, and then we'll bring up the next two and then we'll take a photo together. Our second recipient is Jordan Fishburne. Jordan here? I would like to invite Quinn Wynn to say a few words about Jordan also.
Well, Jordan, very well deserved. Congratulations. And we're very proud of you. And Jordan's have really broad interest from air pollution. He also did research in UCB noise lab and also in our lab and learn about carbon-based semiconductor. And then you also volunteer to be the ambassador for clean air to teach third grader about air pollution, right? And so he have very broad interest in different sectors. So I'm also excellent undergraduate student and great member of my group and always willing to learn to help out anybody who needs help. So really proud of you. Congratulations.
And our third recipient is Megan Sherline. Megan is also this year's recipient of the American Chemical Society's Division of Inorganic Chemistry Award in honor of her aptitude in inorganic chemistry. And I'd like to invite Javier Reeds-Alanis to say a few words about Megan.
So first, congratulations to all the recipients. Megan, congratulations for both awards. You're certainly well deserving. So I think we're coming close to the end. I just want to, welcome and thank everyone for participating today and say just how remarkable I think everybody is. And I think it is really my pleasure to highlight Megan and some of the remarkable achievements she's had since being at UCSB. So just to give you guys a couple of fun facts, right? She actually started her undergraduate research with Trevor Hayton, and this is how she had produced two publications with Trevor over 2 years, one in organometallics and one in JAX, which are two really remarkable achievements. And I think this is what led to her winning the award in the Inorganic Chemistry Prize. She then switched her research program, right? And she joined my group in 2024. And I think this speaks to, I think, her nature as well as kind of her character, right? So switching from inorganic chemistry to materials and really light responsive materials is a big leap. And I think this speaks to kind of her willingness to take on new adventures, to take on really challenges of how she approaches scientific problems. And I think this really also is reflected in all the things that she's done. So she is a recipient this year of the NSF GRFP Fellowship. This is one of the most prestigious fellowships that's awarded to incoming graduate students. She's going to take this award to Princeton, where she'll be going to graduate school. And really, it has just been an absolute pleasure having her in the group. I cannot say enough about how she has really integrated herself into our research program. And we really look forward to hopefully wrapping up the project that she's on, and it'll lead to another publication coming out of UCSB in the near future. So congratulations, Philip.
Thank you. We have just a three of them, maybe, you know. Coming to the end. So I'd like to recognize the Outstanding Service Award recipients. This award recognizes graduate students who have gone above and beyond in contributing to the mission and community of the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry. So when you hear your name, if you could please stand for a round of applause. But actually, let's hold the applause until I read this list. AJ Chavez, Gayla Rodriguez, Lizzie Kerman, Miguel Orozco, Elif Sila Akbulet, Ben Fischler, Megan Murphy, Takahashi Kaneko, Dylan Lee, Julia Didzilius, Leroy Liu, Lexi Houston, Marvin Santiago, Melanie Sussman, Thien Nguyen, Anne Pham, Sadia Nershin, Dylan Teach McKinney, Emil Morin, Kashwala Kamur Ihami, Gigi Godito, Henry Wong, and Kamal. If they could all stand if your name is called. I'm still doing service. Okay. Finally, I'd like to acknowledge all of the 2024-25 graduates and degree candidates. If you're present, please stand. All of you graduated. Well deserved. And let's go celebrate with a reception outside. Yay. Thank you for coming today.